Hi, welcome back to my channel, 18 Crow Tarot. I'm Stacy, and let's do an energy check to see how you guys are feeling. As I'm doing this reading, I'm already feeling my throat, feeling like it's closing up. So, let's see what comes up. I was asking Spirit what, I used the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck, and I was asking what the theme would be, like what do you want me to talk about in this reading, and this card came out. 14 equals to 5. 5 is equals to change. It's a very good moment to change. Stone of the Ancestors, higher good, guidance, and choice. So it's about the choices at this moment. And it says, prophecy is, listen carefully to what sacred messages around you to the sacred messages around you. When the spirit of the ancestor calls to you, there is much at stake. The Stone of the Ancestor card teaches you that every decision you make and every action you take, either indirectly or directly, affects another. It is like a pebble thrown in the water, forming ripples and spreading outwards. Think long and hard about choices you are contemplating and consider the consequences for your future. At times, we have to make sacrifices to fulfill our destiny. The ancestors help us distinguish what is worth holding on to and what we should be letting go of. If you have any doubts, call upon their ancient wisdom to help you to make the best choice. When your decisions carry a purpose beyond just the self, you can be assured the ancestors will be pleased. That does not mean giving up on what you want, but it does require thinking about the ripple effect before you toss the pebble. Self-learning is truly a lifelong process, but much heartache and pain can be avoided if we think about the long-term effects and make our choices by listening to our higher self as well as the guidance of the ancestors. The prayer, guide me, Spirit of the Ancestors, to know my place within this world and to be aware that everything I do affects others. Provide me with the courage to fulfill my destiny and to evolve towards the higher good. So that's really beautiful. From here, I want to pick a card, and okay, we're gonna do the second pile, or the middle pile. Oh my god, there's two. Wow. Resistance, Archangel Gabriel, exam. We have two of these. Distance. Ooh. 3 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Page of pentacles. We also have the Sustainer and the Seed. Wow, this one's gonna be interesting to figure out. To figure out what the hell. Okay, so for the choices that you're trying to make right now, this is what you're, let's see what comes up, right? Again, take what resonates and leave the rest. It says, I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. So perhaps in the decision that you're wondering about what the course of action is, it could feel like you're taking an exam. Perhaps you're gonna register for something, art, a new school, a new home, credit cards, something, you know, your health, you're checking up on your health. It could be something like that. And the challenge could be resistance or maybe distance. You're resistant moving away if it's moving to a new state, a new place. It could be resistant, yeah, just like taking distance from what you already know, right? I feel like you just gotta know. I'm sorry, I'm just moving so much, and I don't know why. There's something about like the energy of just like trying to make sure everything is fixed. Okay. The Sustainer is someone who can take shape, take form of anything. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know that, perhaps you already know this, but it wants to remind you that you could be someone that could take shape of the environment. Like if you go somewhere, you can fit in, you're flexible, you're charismatic, like you can easily become the role that each environment calls you forth to be. And I don't mean that in a fake way. I mean that in a very versatile way, very capable person, very capable way of you, right? And we have the seed as well. I think it's a pearl. And I feel like you've been waiting to be planted. And it feels like you're ready for creating, because you're going from creating, but the present moment, it feels like you're stuck on decision making. Perhaps you're not, yeah, you're just conflicted mentally. It could be your thoughts, or it could be the people's around you. So I feel like you're being asked to take a little bit of distance from asking external help, and diagnose yourself. Like it feels like you're, you know, crossing energy, and it feels like you are taking an exam in front of people. Like there's this amount of pressure, and that's where the resistance could be coming from. But it feels like you are ready for this new beginning, and it feels like it will come to you as well. Like it's like you pursue it, you go towards it, and or you plant something, an idea, and it will birth this new opportunity. So there is hope. It's like that Bible verse. It's like something about planting. You know, like if you plant no, like you have to have faith, like a mustard seed. And it's so little, but it feels like it can plant a whole field. So imagine this, one little seed, and it can just like feed, or you know, this whole field. It can be filled with that, with life. So it feels like also taking things from a different perspective. Sometimes like when you see things from afar, oh, we got the devil card at the bottom. So when we can see things from afar, you can see things with a different perspective. Perhaps, you know, you talk to people, and perhaps strangers, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like people you know, but their stories can help you see things from a different perspective. Although don't allow them to like control your, because it could confuse you as well, causing resistance. So I feel like protecting your projects, depending on what this is for, or what this like go towards in your experience. Okay, we got the devil at the bottom, Queen of Cups. So yeah, you're being asked to call forth like a little bit more reflection on yourself. Okay, can you tell us more about this? Oh, Four of Discs. Are you perhaps feeling too stable? You don't want, like, stable is a good thing, but fear of change out of just like what you have, like losing what you have because you're afraid you won't get better, it's not good, right? Because the seed there, it's fear of like change, fear that you're gonna lose everything that you've built, and without knowing that like you could go from having these four walls and look at the fields over here, and then, you know, perhaps owning a whole land. Perhaps, I mean, why not, right? So right now, something, this fell off, so it's almost like oh, you are being to reflect. This one came up again. And resolve. So there's two tens here, meaning something has been finished. Perhaps this is the present. There was like some conflict, perhaps with 7 people or more, but there's that swords of energy, bad communication with people, perhaps causing resistance, and you were just so stable there, like you thought this was it, but now it feels like things are shaking up a little bit, and it's causing a little bit of like, you know, like when it's windy out and you're just like, whoa, it's like causing a little instability or distability, I don't know. But two things: you've stopped carrying the weight, everyone else's weight, and you could still be dealing with this energy. Let's see what else. Oh. Happiness, 9 of 10. I mean 9 of cups. So I feel like you're prioritizing your happiness because of all of these struggles, and it feels like you reflected on this, but you're still having some type of let's see what else. Can you tell me more about this 5 of Swords? What is blocking the humor right now? Wow, 9 of Cups as well, and this one came up in the last one, tempering. So it feels like you just need to balance yourself. Anything else? I feel like the first pile would like help you as well. The Moon, looking within, building something with someone, and the Knight of Cups. So it's like watering the good things and it building on that. emotionally. The King of Pentacles. I feel like you're just going from this, like, perhaps player energy. Going from a player energy to wanting stability. Wanting stability. To becoming the version of you that is required for that future that you want. Let me see with this one. What else could be said to this group? Treat yourself to a favorite dish. So it feels like because you just had like such a rough time, just treat yourself better. Oh, plant those like beautiful seeds. Smiling opens doors. Being kinder to yourself and to others. Just being a little bit more gentle. Telepathy and tension in the body. So yeah, you could be like needing a little bit of releasing all of this, because you seriously just came out of the worst. So take a little bit of time. It feels like you need to prioritize yourself in that way. If it, you know, what do you want, like your body, nurturing, taking that little bit of distance, go out and enjoy a meal. And it feels like from there, there's going to be a seed that's going to come up in your mind, an idea or something that's going to direct you towards the form of happiness that you want to create. But it feels like you really have to trust. And you can ask Archangel Gabriel. He could be with you. Invite him in to bring hope and intuition into your life. If you feel disconnected, that could be also why you're confused, because you don't know how to act, how to follow your intuition. Perhaps you've lost all hope because of the finality you just had, like whatever you just went through. So it's almost like this little bird has the capability to be reborn again. But it has to die completely first. You know, that's generally like what happens. So try to temper your thoughts. If you feel like something comes up that's intruding your space mentally, like if you feel like something is feeling like it's heavy again, or something like you're carrying a weight that's almost not yours, or even if it was the old you, like perhaps question yourself, be like, is this mine? Is this me? Like examine yourself, examine where is this energy coming from. And you are being asked to do that with you've got the Queen of Cups, which is someone who's highly sensitive. So you're connected to, you're already connected, but it feels like you don't know whose voice it is. And I feel that with this. I feel that. I can see it too, you know. So you're trying to become more stable. And it feels like the sense of security will also come from knowing what your intuition is and acting from a place of balance. All right, let's see a card that would anchor this message. Balance. Wow. Temperance and balance. That's a triple confirmation. I actually forgot to do one of these. Let's see how your heart is. Distracted. Okay, so try not to get distracted by all these like past things that you've changed already, that you've like grown out of, or you're in the process of doing. It could cause delays, so just be patient with yourself and either cut off the distractions so they don't cause delays, and you don't get sidetracked, and completely take distance to reflect and allow yourself to go within, you know. Release the tension. It feels like also that could be very distracting. And telepathy, it could be like, okay, again, picking up on someone else's energies, like if it's yours, if it's not yours, you got to find out. And I feel like that will help you more connecting with your body, with your intuition. So have those conversations with yourself and let that seed grow. Okay? All right, well, I hope you like it, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, check out the first one or the next one if you feel called to. There might be some messages there, and I'll see you.